Hi everyone, welcome back to Calamity Hills. I am Honeywell, and today we're going to be adding window overlays to all of the lights in Calamity Hills. These window overlays are going to give a really nice glow to our lots at night. During the day, they look a bit rubbish, so I'm not sure if we're going to keep these or not. But if we don't like them, the only thing we have to do is take the file out of our downloads folder, and they will disappear. But if ever a bit of custom content needed a how-to video, it is this one. So let's get started. Here we are at the Apocalypse Tower, and we're starting with the tower for a couple reasons. One, there's lots of windows, so we can get a good demonstration on how to place these. And two, I happen to know for a fact that when we're done lighting up the tower, it is actually not going to be lit from neighborhood view, and I really want potential downloaders to be able to see that and what we are going to do to make it light up. So first things first, let's start placing our lights. One, you want your walls up, roof off. Always. You don't want these to be attached to your roof because it's going to make deleting them harder than need be. They're located under the light category, miscellaneous. They cost $1. Now, the default color selection is the one that I like the most. It has a warm glow, and I think it looks the most realistic. But I've also included some recolors, a white, pink, orange, yellow, red, green, and blue. And we'll show those at the end. I am not putting any of these colors in Calamity Hills. But they're kind of fun and they look pretty neat, so we'll build a tower and I'll show you those. First of all, we'll go ahead and these just slot in. They rest on the top of the grid, and you can just slot these in front of the windows. Go ahead and look, make sure that they're placed correctly. Go ahead. You can see that this is, they place pretty quickly. There we are, 5 windows done. But what if we didn't like, we positioned one of these wrong, or we want to delete it? Then we have some problems. These hang on the top of the grid, so if you go down, the lot imposters disappear. The window overlays disappear. So if we wanted to delete this one right here, we could do it one of two ways. One, I wouldn't delete, I'd use the undo button. I'd pay attention to what I was doing and use the undo button. But say if you're coming back from this at another time, you really need to delete, use the hammer, delete some floor, and go where the lot above the window, where the overlay is. Click. You'll hear that $1 simoleon being returned, and you'll know that it was deleted. Put your floor back. Put your bed back. That is one way. Did I delete the... Oh, there's no window up there. I was like, oh my gosh, did I delete a window? Now, another way that you can go about doing this is deleting the wall and the window. Use your hammer, click, click, deleted. Add your wall back. Add your paint back. Get another window. Hit undo. You know that you get the impression, right? It is an absolute pain in the butt to delete these. It's not going to be easy on certain lots. So you really want to take your time and place these right the first time. If you're experimenting with the colors, go ahead and place like one. Go into the neighborhood view and check it out and see if you like it. Just so you're avoiding a lot of hassle. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish adding these overlays to the tower, but I'm not going to have you watch that. Okay, here we go. All of the overlays have been added. I even added them to the greenhouse so you could get a look at that. And we'll come around to the front here. This is what the lot looks like in build mode. When you enter, oh, I gotta get out of cameraman mode. When you enter live mode, all of the overlays disappear. So these are very player friendly. You put them in build mode. When you go to play the lot, they automatically disappear. Nothing else needs to be done. Now the only thing we want to do is save the lot. And let's see what the tower looks like in neighborhood view. And here's what the tower looks like in neighborhood view. Not very nice, not that bad, but not very nice. And if we turn off the lights, it still doesn't look very nice because these lot imposters didn't light up. And the only way that I've found to kind of get the lot imposters to update correctly is to go to another lot. I happen to know that it seems to be they work better if it's in a different kind of direction. Do you see how this lot is facing kind of south? Well, I don't know what direction that's facing, but that's facing one way. Going to another lot, an unoccupied lot, that's facing another way, and putting in lights in that seems to make the others light up. This is the most reliable way that I've found to get the lights working again, but whether or not it's going to be a matter of trial and error in your neighborhood. By the time we're done, we'll see what we end up with. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a how-to video. I'm going to go ahead and add lights to this lot. Now the walls are up and the roof is off, but and these overlays hang to the white grid above it. And some things like these dormers over here don't have a white grid. So what we did was we placed a floor tile and a column down in order to make that grid appear. We'll go ahead and rotate this, put it in place. And then we can delete the column and the floor tile, and we'll see all that there. We can put the roof back up, save the lot, and we'll see what everything looks like from neighborhood view this time. And here we are. This is what the lights look like when they're lit properly. And if you look back over at the tower, suddenly the tower is lit as well. Why the lot imposters do this, I do not know. It's nothing that I can control. And it is what it is. So I recommend just going around adding the lights to all of the houses that you want lights to, and see what you end up with when you're done. If when you're done you don't have all of the lots lit that you want lit, then you can go ahead and experiment with adding lights to like an unoccupied house and seeing how you make out. So far I haven't had any trouble getting all of these lit, and I seem to have more problems with occupied lots than unoccupied lots for some reason. Not sure why, but it is what it is. So here you go. Here is 2 lots done, and many more to go. Decker's house. This is an occupied lot. And there we go. Extremely straightforward. This took like 2 seconds to put in. Now I'm double checking to make sure that I have them all right before I leave the lot, because if they're wrong, I just want to be able to hit the undo button. If I didn't notice the mistake until later, again, we would delete, we'd come at this from above, and we would go here and click right there, and you'd see that wall overlay was deleted. But they were actually right, so we're gonna undo that, but I just wanted to show you that again. And because this is an occupied lot, we have the a live mode, so if we hit live, all of the overlays will hide. And this is one of the nicer houses that I've seen in terms of lights at night. And you'll see we have some curtains and we have some blinds, and there's also some window grills. I just wanted to point that out because you're going to see a difference in the lighted windows at night. Okay, I will meet you back in the neighborhood. And here we are from the neighborhood view, and you could really see the difference in these. Here we are. are, another house. It took 2 seconds to put these overlays in. And if you look down the street, you can see these houses over here. Now, how pretty does that look? I really like it, and this is why I am tempted to put up with what they look like during the day. So while I'm playing, I get this look because I really like it. Now again, this is a playable lot, so we can put everything up here, and if we start the game in live mode, you'll see that they disappear. But of course, they're still lit from there, which is one of the reasons why I think this might be worthwhile for not only people who just want to take screenshots of their neighborhood at night, but also players. I think it adds quite a bit. Okay, I'll meet you back out in the neighborhood. Okay, here we are. So far, so good. Everything is staying lit, just like we want it to. And let's take a look at what the lots look like during the day. Not exactly brilliant. They're kind of, the windows become kind of big and blobby yellow. So that's the trade-off. I'm going to go ahead and add lights to the 3 houses in the back, and I'll bring you back when we're done with those. And the second, and the third, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to Jane Locke's little trailer. Now, Jane Locke's trailer doesn't have a roof. It just has this this flat wall covering, and I want to point that out because this is going to look a little bit different from neighborhood view. But it goes on just the same. Just attach it to the top of the grid, and that is all. And looking at Jane's house from the neighborhood, you can see that there's a little bit of bleed through. There is nothing I can do about that. If you look at these lot imposters, they're not weather tight, so to speak, and they have cracks in them. So there's nothing that I can do about that. I have these as only one-sided in order to minimize the bleed through, and it helps a lot. If these were double-sided, I mean, no one would want them at all. But they're not perfect, so you'll get instances like this, especially if you don't have roofs on the houses. And now where do we want to go? I don't know, do we want to put these on the Please Play Museum? I don't think we do. Let's add them to the bunkhouse. Because these are apartment lots, you'll want to enter the specific cheats in order to enable building on apartment lots. If anyone doesn't know how to do that, a quick Google search will bring those up for you. Okay, so here we are. Everybody is home and nobody cares about their light bill. These all look good, so we'll go ahead and save, and I'll meet you out in the neighborhood. Now we could also put lights for these little windows right here, but they don't really add much to the neighborhood view, so I'm not going to bother with that. And another thing to point out, just like the regular lots, as soon as we go into live mode, even on the apartments that we're not occupying, the overlays disappear, so there's no issue with that. But here we are back out in the neighborhood view, and as you can see, these apartments do not appear to be lit. I am just going to go ahead and keep decorating the neighborhood and seeing if by the time we have all of the other houses done, if all the lights come on. If not, we're going to go back to one of these unoccupied houses, enter the lot, save it, and exit back out into neighborhood view and see if that doesn't update the lot imposter. Again, I have no idea why it doesn't always update, but entering and saving an unoccupied lot appears to be the surest way to get the imposters to update and show the neighborhood glow. We are going to move down to the valley here and add lights to the Optimus house next. And there we go, all done. Another house that took like 2 seconds to do. And it appears lit up, but the bunkhouse still isn't. So we'll keep going and see what happens. All the other lights are on. Where do we want to put lights at next? I guess we'll put them in the Lakeview Inn. Do I want to show you guys that? You guys haven't seen it yet. I'll add them and I'll show you in another video. I lied. You're actually going to get to see it right now because we're running into a situation where we don't have a grid up here. Now, usually we would go ahead and just add a column, but that isn't working. So I am going to fix that by adding a bit of foundation, a column, and entering the constrained floor elevation sheet, turning it off. And now we should go ahead and you'll see we have the grid way up here. We're going to use our terrain tools. Go from the low point to the high. That's going to come down. Low point to the high. And that's going to give us a white grid that we can go ahead and attach our lights to. This is why I wanted to. Some of your lots might look like this. I don't know. If you're a builder, of course, you know exactly what to do. But if you're just a player trying to add lights to all of your neighborhood, I really wanted to go through each one of these lots. So if there's any situations that came up like this, you'd know what to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the tree. And Rue told me about this. All you need to do is hit the arrow up or down to cycle through cheats that you already entered in. I did not know that, and now I do. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll turn this true. That's going to turn that cheat off for us. And then we can delete all of these items, and I'll meet you back out in the neighborhood screen. And there we are. Lucky enough, our in lights came on. The bunkhouse lights still haven't come on yet, which is concerning me, but we shall keep adding them and see what happens. Oh, do you know what? I don't know that I showed you this, but this is what the lot imposters look like from the daytime. You can still see there's still those big ugly yellow blobs, but it is what it is. And here we are. The store lights lit up, but the bunk lighthouses lights still haven't, which is concerning me a little bit. So we are going to go back down to this end house over here, and we're going to enter it and save, and then exit back out into the neighborhood to see if that turns those bunkhouse lights on. And it did not. I'm going to go try the Please Play Museum because that lot is facing the opposite direction. I want to see if that will update the apartment lot imposter. Now, I wasn't sure I was going to add lights to the Please Play Museum, but I see that we have a diagonal over here. So we'll use, we will add some lights. And again, the only thing you need to do is, one, we'll go ahead and put down some columns so we have a grid. A grid to work with. And then we'll want to turn on bullprop, allow 45-degree angle of rotation. And we'll set that to true. And I'm not really going through the specific cheats because you're not going to remember them. You'll do better if you need them to go ahead and look online for those. But we enabled these to rotate. And now all we have to do is sneak them in there. Up, and they're too far back. So let's undo that. We're going to turn off snap objects to the grid, and we'll go ahead and try that again. We'll go ahead and rotate them, turn off the snap, and then we can position them however they would be best. There we go. And I think that's all we're going to do on these windows, just because I really don't want the museum lit up at night. No one's going to come here. And there you are. You can see the few lighted windows from the museum, and the bunkhouse still is not lit. I am at a loss of what to try next to light that. So yeah, that might just be one lot that is not going to be lit. What we are going to do though is build a quick tower. We'll add a new lot and build a quick tower so I can show you the colored lights. And here we have a quick 3-tier 8x8 tower with an auto roof. Let's put some windows on, and these ones might be look like ones that you would use in a tower, right? Let's turn back our cheats, use the arrow up key, and turn that to true. And now they should snap into place. And they do. Let's put in a bunch of windows. And there we are, we have an insane amount of windows. And let's put in the different colored light overlays. Okay, and now here we have our tower. I have no idea what this is gonna look like from the neighborhood view, but hopefully it won't be atrocious. These are the 6 colors that you'll get if you download the recolors for these. Over here, come on, move a little faster. This side I put in white. The white and the yellow color that we've been putting in all of the houses, that comes with the mesh. This yellow color that we've been using and this white both comes with the mesh. If you want recolors, these are a separate download. And then I changed it up and put in different kind of windows just so you can see what they look like. Some may look nicer than others. I don't know. We will find out. I put blue on those just for no reason. And then I used some more Maxis windows over here. So let's save and see what this looks like in the neighborhood screen. And what it looks like is this. It looks like the Optimus house and this house is not lit up. And that's why I wanted to do this kind of how-to tutorial. We're going to go back up to another one of our lots and we're going to add in all of the colors that we used on that tower. We're going to add it into one of our lots and see if we can't get these lights to come on. Here we are in this little 6 Cliff Street house over here on the corner, and it's an unoccupied lot, and I don't want all of these colors in my neighborhood. So I'm not going to go ahead and put them on any windows, but I will put them on just like this unoccupied wall, this blank wall right here. We can go ahead and just add them to this wall and see how we make out. Okay, I went ahead and added all of the colors. If you see, they're all there, but they're just being hid by the wall because I don't want this house to be have all those colors from neighborhood view. And now let's cross our fingers and take a look at what the neighborhood looks like. Okay, here you go. The colors that did the trick on this house over here, and you can see these colors. There's pink, orange, yellow. That's supposed to be a reddy color. It doesn't look very red to me. Green and blue. And then on this side right here, we have white. We're using yellow on all of our residential houses, but that's what the white looks like. That's the blue. For some reason, I thought that might look neat. I don't think it looks neat at all, though. And then here, let's go down a bit and see if we can't see the lights on these other Maxis windows. But here we are, we have all of the lights on in all of the houses except for the bunkhouse. Now I don't know if that's because it is an apartment lot that they're not showing up somehow, like the lot imposters don't update correctly, or if it's just something that'll eventually come on, maybe when we play that lot and save. I don't know. But again, that's why I wanted to do the video, so you could see the kind of the quirks of this set and what is and is not in your control. And yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up. These will be available at Mod The Sims if you want to give them a try. And if you put them in your game and you hate them, go ahead and just remove them from the downloads folder and they will automatically disappear from your game, and nothing is going to, it's not going to leave any Maxis object behind. I guess we should take another look during the daytime. You know, it's not great, but when all of the houses have these, it's not that bad either. Okay, that is that. That is the set of lights. I hope you like them. I hope you get some use out of it, even if it's just for one nice neighborhood picture. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.